Hi. This is the beginning of my living in the moment life. Hello, everyone, and today I thought I would try something different. I'm on my way to Bloomfield to turn in some paperwork for my Social Security, and I thought I would take you guys along with me. Except this time, instead of looking at me, I thought that I would face the camera to the road and let you look at the terrain, if you want to call it terrain. The scenery, I guess would be a better word. The scenery from my house to there. Bloomfield is the county seat where I live, and the courthouse and sheriff's office and juvenile center and all that's over there. And the family division service thing is over there too, and that's where I'm going, is to the, well, we call it a welfare office, but it's the family division service. So we'll see how this goes, because I've never had my phone facing like this before, and I had to move a bunch of stuff around that was in front of the viewfinder that was blocking it so that you couldn't see, because I do have my little Hello Kitty fuzzy dice hanging off my mirror, along with another little Hello Kitty stuffed animal, so I had to move all that stuff out of the way. Quite a bit of traffic, it looks like. Okay, I think we can go after this last car here. Yes. It's really pretty out. My thermometer here in the car says it's 74 degrees. I love this kind of weather. I actually wish that it could stay just like this all year long. 74 degrees, spring, summer, winter, fall, the whole thing. I love it. You don't get hot and sweaty when you have to work outside. It's comfortable enough that you can get out and do things in your garden, without working up a sweat and getting hot. It's pretty. Makes things grow, I guess. It may not be completely warm enough to grow things when it's 74 degrees. But it's just a beautiful time of year. It's a nice time of year. I love it. So that's what's going on with the weather here in my town. And for the recent news that I got to my family, my sister called me, in fact, I think it was yesterday, and told me that her husband's sister had passed away from COVID. This is the second sister-in-law in her family that has passed away from COVID. And the only ones left now in her in-law part of that family is her brother-in-law, and that's basically it. Her brother-in-law and her husband are the only ones left out of that family. The mother and father passed away a long time ago, and the oldest brother passed away from a heart attack, and now the younger people are dying from the COVID. She had two sisters-in-laws that succumbed to the COVID. Now, this one sister that just recently passed away, I knew her personally. I was kind of friends with her. So it really kind of saddens me to hear that news. And I know it's upsetting to my sister's family. My sister and her husband and the grandkids and her kids all had COVID right around the time that my mother passed away. So she was unable to even go to my mom's funeral because of the COVID. Well, they're over it now, so I'm assuming they'll be able to go to the funeral of her in-laws, which is really sad, being locked up in the house all that time and not being able to get out and go anywhere, because she actually has been locked up through this whole thing. She has a lot of health issues, and her husband didn't want her exposed to it. So he's been going and getting the groceries and shopping and stuff. So she hasn't really gotten to get out any at all. And now to think that the only time that she gets to go is to a funeral. That's very, very sad for me to have to know that. I know some things can't be helped. That's life. When you're born, you start dying. And I've heard the expression, you're born to die, which is true. We all know we're all going to die eventually. But this COVID thing has taken a lot of people from us that we wouldn't have lost this early on in our life if this virus hadn't been out there. And it's still going on after all this time because of this new Delta variant. You know, they haven't really established anything as far as vaccines that can protect you from it, really. Because I've heard of people that's got the shot that's still getting the COVID. So it's just a big mess. And it's sad to think that we have to live in a world like this. But that was the only really contact my family's had with me since my mother passed away. I called all of my sisters after that first couple of weeks and checked on them to see how they were holding up, because my younger sister took it really, really hard. Well, two of my younger sisters really took it really hard. It actually put one of them almost in the hospital because the doctor, she went to the doctor and he said that she was dehydrated, extremely dehydrated, and he determined that it was because she had been crying so much. I never heard of anything like that, but she said that's what the doctor told her, because she had been crying so much and she was dehydrated. And he told her to get some of the Pedialytes and drink those, to stay home and rest and drink plenty of fluids. So it's two of my little sisters, my younger sisters, have taken it really hard. So I called to check on all of them, talk to them all, see how they were getting along. And I figured that would open the door to let them know that I was there too, that I'm a person with feelings and emotions and would like to be checked on. And you know, not one single person had called me back to check on me. One of my younger sisters sent me a text message saying that I hadn't posted anything on Facebook, and she wanted to know if I was okay. And so I answered her back by text message, because that's what she did, and told her that she just hadn't been looking, that I had been posting stuff on Facebook, but that I haven't been on Facebook because most of my time has been spent on YouTube. And pretty much that was all the contact my family had with me. I answered her back, and that was it. I haven't heard nothing else from her or any of the other sisters or my three brothers that are still out there. So, I'm waiting for some mail to come in at the house. And it's 2 pieces of bills that I need to pay. And I can't do it until I get the statement. I've got the money there at the house just waiting to go and pay the bills, but until I get those statements in the mail, I can't really do anything. And I don't know why they're so slow. I usually receive all of my statements by the 3rd or 4th of the month. But these, I usually get them earlier in the month, and that way I can take care of them early. But these 2 companies always wait till after the 20th before they start sending their statements out. So it kind of slows things down. When I go out and take care of bills, I like to do everything all on the same day. I make a list of all the places that I gotta go, like post office, gas station, grocery store, money orders, bank, etc., etc. I make a list step by step of every place that I'm gonna go in order, so that I'm not zigzagging around wasting gas, and try to make a straight line, doing everything all in one road, you know, and do it all on the same day, so I don't have to be out, because I don't like to be out in this COVID any more than I have to. And because of these 2 companies taking so long, I can't get my bills paid in a timely manner. So I have to wait. This car is coming up here around me, and I want him to go because I have to change lanes up here, and I didn't want him to be coming around me. So anyway, this is the scenery between here and my house and to the courthouse over here. This is where the lanes change right here. It goes from 2 into 1, and then the speed limit slows down a little bit, 45. I don't come over here very often. In fact, I don't come over here at all unless I've got business, because there's really no stores over here that I like to shop at. But I will show you, there's this one store over here on the left, which you can't see it in the viewfinder. It's called the Vendor Shop. They sell secondhand stuff, but they also sell some things new like Avon, and they sell those knives called Rada, R-A-D-A knives, that are really good knives. I got one of them, and it's my favorite go-to knife. I use it for a lot of different things. And I want to go back in there and buy a chopping knife and a bread knife from that same company, because it's a really good company. Okay, I'm here now. It looks like they got quite a bit of people in there now. I'm not going to be having an appointment. All I'm doing is dropping off the paperwork. You just run that stop sign, lady. So I'm just going to go in here and just drop this off. Turn around here. And that's it for this video, y'all. So you got to see a little bit of the scenery on the way to the welfare office. And I will see you guys in my next video, which will be coming up soon. Thanks, and y'all come back and see me anytime. Bye for now.